So I think we can all agree that life isn't great right now. In fact, it's quite chaotic right now. And I'm sure for many of us have got our kids home from school, we're struggling with the challenges with homeschooling, or it might be that we're working from home and we're used to being in an office, and so we're isolated from friends, colleagues and loved ones, and we're missing that connectivity. Or it might be that we're ill right now, or it might be that we're working very hard as a key worker to take care of other people. So there's a lot of stress and a lot of challenging scenarios that I think many people are in right now, and they might be different, but I think we're all in a challenging scenario, or many of us are anyway. And I think there's also this feeling of chaos and lack of control over what's happening. We're given rules that we have to follow. We have to do X, Y, or Z. You can't go outside. You can't see these people or do this or that. But then you've got no power. You feel like you've got no power to move things forward. You're trying to do the right thing and try and make the situation better, but you can't. So you can get to a point, I think, where you feel a bit powerless and a bit out of control and a bit negative about the situation. And I think these kind of feelings then lead to stress and anxiety. And I know personally, I've felt some of those feelings because of the situation that we're all in. Now, I think there's two things that you can do at this point. You can either just accept that life is chaotic and that you're being pushed around on these chaotic waves of life with little control, and kind of go with the flow, but in a very negative way. And you just give up and accept that you have no control over your day or what's happening right now. But I think if you go along that route, then I think you're just going to keep living with stress and anxiety, and possibly start feeling a bit down about things. Now, I think the other thing you can do is choose to control what you can. Because when you choose to control what you can and take more control over the elements of your life that you can control right now, then it's been proven that that reduces stress and anxiety. And you don't have to take my word from that. I'll include a link next to this video where an article from the NHS explains this very idea, that taking control reduces stress and anxiety. So if you're feeling a bit down, and that, like I say, like you don't control your day, or you know, you're feeling overwhelmed by stress and the chaos of what's going on, the first thing you can do is start taking control of your day. And I understand that you might say, well, hey Andrew, that's all very well and good, you saying take control of my day, but I'm not allowed to go outside my house, I can't see my friends or my family or do this or that. Well, the thing to do is control what you can. I'm not saying to you, you can wake up tomorrow and control every element or aspect of your day. You won't be able to. But the other extreme position is saying that you can't control anything at all about your day. And I don't think that's true either. I think there are elements of each of our days that we can gain better control of. And doing that will help reduce our stress and anxiety. So what I'm saying to you is, let's take ownership of our days. Now, I've got 3 small ideas and 1 big idea that will help you take more control of your day. Now, the first small idea is the idea that you take better control over your bedtime routine. And when I say bedtime routine, I mean that time just before you go to bed at night time. Now, I know for many of us now, we go to bed and we look at our phones for maybe 15-20 minutes, and then we switch off our light and go to sleep. And I have done that in the past, and I have done it occasionally over the last couple of months. So I'm not innocent of this. And ultimately, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Fair enough, it's your life. However, you need to be aware of the consequences of doing screen time just before you go to bed. Now, just before you're going to go to bed at night, your body gets you ready to go to sleep. It releases chemicals that help you make you feel tired and get you ready for having a deep night's sleep. But here's the thing, if you look at a screen like your phone or a laptop or an iPad, just before you go to bed, you actually inhibit this happening. You start fighting against the very things that your body's trying to do to help you go to sleep. And also, if you're looking at things like the news and it's stressing you out, it's also going to make you feel more stressed and anxious, and all those chemicals again will fight against your tiredness and your ability to go sleep. So what will happen is you'll have a poorer night's sleep. Now, you might still get a night's sleep, and maybe this is something you do all the time and you're like, hey Andrew, well, you know, I managed to get to sleep even though I look at my phone just before I go to bed. Well, that's fair enough. If that works for you, great. But what I would say to you is, why not try for once not looking at your phone before you go to bed? Try reading a book or flicking through a non-stressful magazine just before you go to bed. Try something else. Try it for a couple of days or a week and see how you feel from doing that. See if you get a better night's sleep and you start being more relaxed and start taking that control over how you end your day, so you start your day, your next day, more energized, more rested, and more ready to go. And you also reduce those stress levels as well. So that's my first tip. Look at reducing your screen time before you go to bed. Try and replace it with something else. My second tip is focus on what you can control. Try, rather than and I have done this, by the way, rather than think, oh, this person has done X, Y, or Z and it's terrible, it's making all our lives worse, and you're totally entitled to think or feel that. Try swapping some of these thoughts for positive things that you can do and encouragement for your friends, family, colleagues, and try and put some more positive energy out there to the people around you, because what will happen is you'll help them de-stress, you'll help them raise up their positivity and energy levels, and you'll get some of that coming back at you. You'll create this positivity loop, which will help everyone you're connected to reduce their stress and anxiety. And if we just focused on negative thoughts as well, how much can we change of those negative thoughts really? We can talk about them and chat about them and talk about that bad person or that bad situation, but how much of it can we actually control, and how much of those negative thoughts actually start to control and damage us and limit our performance and of those around us, and also having a negative consequence on other people. If I WhatsApp my friend and say, what about this terrible situation, this or that, suddenly I'm making them think about X, Y, or Z again and taking them away from positivity and the positive thing they're trying to concentrate on. And instead of creating a positive feedback loop, I'm creating a negative feedback loop. So try and be more positive about your thoughts and about your communication with other people. I'm not asking you to completely ignore the world and be ignorant of what's going on, but just try and think occasionally whether you can add something positive to a conversation, or or share something constructive. Thirdly, I would say to you, take ownership of your day. Say to yourself that I will take ownership of my day. Yes, I can't own every single part of my day because there are restrictions or new laws or X, Y, or Z reason why I can't own every single part of it. But you can own big chunks of your day. You can own the way you start your day. Do you want to start your day by looking at the news, or by reading a book which is going to educate you and teach you some brand new interesting insight? Or do you want to read a book that's going to take you to an amazing fantasy world where you'll meet brand new characters? And then when you're working, what do you want your working day to look like? Do you want it to be where you're rushing from one task to another, from one project to another, and you're very stressed and overworked and tired and not feeling like you're getting a lot done? Or do you want to have the kind of working day where your work is scheduled into blocks of deep productivity. So you're able to get deep, meaningful, needle moving projects done and get to the end of your day feeling like you've achieved a lot. I think if you have the kind of day where you're more in control and you're controlling what you can, the kind of work you're doing, how you start your day, how you end it, how when you go for a walk, when you exercise, or even if you can't get out of the house and exercise right now, maybe you're in a city and it's too congested and you're too worried about catching something, maybe you can say to yourself, well, I'm going to take half hour at lunchtime to sit somewhere else in my apartment or house and read a book for a while, or look through some old photos, but it's about taking control over all of these small moments in your day, and by doing that, starting to regain control of your day and not just being a victim to everything that's happening, or being a victim to the new rules that are being thrust upon us. It's about saying, no, this is my day. Sure, there are changes and restrictions and things I can and cannot do, but I will control the things I can. I will have a positive, constructive day. I will not let my life and my day be ruled by chaos, because I own my day and I am going to seize it and make the most of it to the best of my ability. And don't forget, the quality of your day is going to impact the other people around you as well. So if you have a better day where you're performing at a higher level, and I don't mean just for your business necessarily, I mean for yourself as a person, then your higher performance in your life will positively knock on to the other people around you as well. The last thing you can do is take a big step and block out your calendar. Look at what your day normally looks like now. Maybe each of your days are different. Most of my days are a bit different right now. But look at what they look like and think about really blocking out in your calendar. Maybe you've got Google Calendar or Apple Calendar. Block out in your calendar things like the time you're going to wake up, the time you go to bed, what kind of work you're going to do in the morning and during the afternoon, what time you're going to have a lunch break, what time you're going to stop work for the day and say, I am doing no more work. I am done for the day. I'm just going to sit down and relax for a while. It's taking this kind of control back over your working day and your life that will massively reduce your stress and anxiety levels and make you feel like it's your life again, and that you're no longer a victim to circumstance and what's going on, and that you can control your domain and your life. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.